either you master these three things or you're going to struggle to succeed in the world of business. Look up statistics, look up global economics, and tell me if you don't agree with me. Number one is your mastery of AI. Your organization has to figure out how to implement AI within your systems. Why am I saying this? We are a digital marketing agency, and I would be lying to you if I told you our global clients, the first inquiries they make about the organizations is how we utilize AI. And at the local scale, you might be tempted to tell them we don't use AI. You won't onboard that client. First of all, it reflects you're not at par with where the world is. And second, you're going to be insufficient in some deliverables. Why is this? Because AI is going to fast pace how we do things, even in the creative field. So it's not about AI replacing jobs. It's about AI enhancing skill sets. All right, I want to teach you the basics of AI because most of you understand AI from the tech perspective. You don't realize that AI is a prediction of the collective consciousness. Now, how do you tap into this? Because I don't think we understand as humanity the kind of technology we just implemented. We are going to arrive at a juncture whereby AI is going to be able to solve problems that the human mind can solve, from climate change and all that. Now, how do you maximize your AI? I don't know if you guys have an experience so far with platforms like ChatGPT on the paid subscription version. But what I want you to understand is that AI is like reality. AI will be able to be molded at an individual level. What am I talking about? Your AI will get to relate with you and give you information based on your depth as an individual. Yes. So if most of you think that this is a shortcut, this is not a shortcut. AI is going to be able to mold even the answers, the formulations it gives you based on your depth as the individual who is using it. So you have to know and treat your AI almost like this technology that has not a personality, but like a child that you get to raise because you know the benefits they get to offer in the process. What this looks like is you feeding your AI in-depth information about your areas of interest because you want it to go deeper and find you the solutions you're looking for. It's like a program. Think of it this way. You get to program your AI. So if I asked you today, how different is your AI? Even with the answers it gives you, you'll realize your AI will always give you answers based on its depth. So start practicing depth with it. This is the secret hack. Second, since I have to go, you have to change. You're going to be required as an entrepreneur to change your conditioning around creating wealth or how business actually works. We are moving into an era whereby people are waking up to the realization that it was never about effort equating result. It's always been alignment equating result. So if you're going into business in this next decade and your mentality is still stuck on the old ways, whereby you had to exert pressure in order to get something tangible, that is going to be the reality you experience. But if you realize that this is the era whereby entrepreneurs are given a chance to explore based on their creative ability, this might look like defining your path and your journey differently. This is the juncture whereby people with original thought are being segregated from the mass conditioning of people. You have to be the kind of person that has their own level of thinking and find solutions in their own personal and individual levels. Why am I saying this? Now, you have to think outside the box in this era, and I'm going to give you a practical example. Why? Now, from a coaching session in the morning hours, I was with a client from Michigan in the US, right? I'm going to another coaching session with a client from Toronto in Canada. Now, if I told you that it's easy to make about 10,000 USD within a day of just sharing your mind, I do teach about energetics, abundance, business mastery, and all that, right? But these are things that I share from just my experience through life, right? And I've figured out to take people to different stages in their level of creating abundance for themselves. That is me leveraging something that comes naturally to me. It's not even an effort. I don't even feel time is passing by. This is why a day like a midweek, I'm not obligated to be in the office because I know I'm not wasting any time. I'm equally being paid, right? Attending to a different part of my area of interest. This is what's going to be required for entrepreneurs in the next 10 years. You've got to find the things that spark a light in you. You've got to find the things that come natural to you. So things that you enjoy doing and they pay you in the process, even if they're your side quests. This makes the process so much easier and it makes everything so much joyful because you're actually paid worth what you deserve, yet you're having fun in the process. This is a life hack, by the way. And for entrepreneurs wanting to succeed in the next 10 years, it's going to be something you can't escape. Lastly, you're going to wake up to the realization that the world is now a global village. Why do I say this? We now have a chance to compete with multinationals, you and your small business. And you no longer need to call it small because the playing field has been leveled. I don't think entrepreneurs realize how lucky we are to live at this modern age, right? So you have to figure out if your awakening has to come from a point of realizing, I actually have so much that I'm not utilizing at the moment. So for example, we have the global market right in the palm of your hands. You no longer have an excuse for saying, I can't seem to get enough local market or I can't seem to have enough returns. Then get out of your local market. I say this because I remember arriving at this discussion a few years ago with my own team and our organization and realizing, especially with the change of terms in government, we might not be sustainable if we remain local. We have to get on the global stage. And you think that it's something impossible until you challenge yourself and your business to get there. Why are we raised to think of importing things instead of exporting things? What makes you feel less worthy than to do that? This new era of entrepreneurs are going to be people who are bold enough, people who've done the inner work, because entrepreneurship brings all that to the surface. Whenever you think you're building a business, the business is actually building you. It's restructuring and reconfiguring you. So it's going to require people who are bold enough to face themselves, people who are bold enough to go back and re-identify with their true identity, which means you're not limited. The God essence lives within you. People who are bold enough to be seen and to allow parts of themselves be seen. Because this is another thing. If you're going to arrive at a point, for example, whereby you want to build a brand for your business or a personal brand for yourself, the one requirement that's going to help you break through the noise, this is another gem that you need to recognize, is your ability to be yourself, your authentic self. This means you can't cage yourself and what you talk about based on what the world has approved. You talk about what you're experiencing, what's natural to you, and your lines through life, because that is what connects you to other people. So this is the era of entrepreneurs being tested in how much work they've done at an individual level. Cheers, guys. Let me know if you need me to share more of this. Let me know your thoughts. Oh, our masterclass is on Friday. The current edition, the diaspora edition was beautiful. Thank you guys for attending from all over the world. My heart is so full. We had a series of slots. The second slot of people even went a whole 5 hours instead of the 3 hours. Thank you guys. Cheers.